What's up guys, Dino KR here for you again. Guys, we are moving from level 4 lockdown to level 3, and with level 3 comes a lot of change. We need to ask the question, what does that change mean for our society, and how should we as society respond to that change? Changing for, well, who knows, the better or the worse. We need to look at our lives and we need to consider, how are we going to respond to this threat? How are we going to respond to this whole situation? It seems as though the closer we get back to normal, the more crazy the world seems to become. The more distant our normal lives as we knew it becomes. It's a strange feeling. Making the decision that we're going to go back to normal, it seems like that is not something that's going to happen, and it's, honestly speaking, something which seems impossible to achieve. The government has announced that as of the 1st of June, we will be moving into level 3 lockdown. With it comes a whole lot of benefits, a lot of good things, a lot of freedoms that we had before, and also with it comes a lot of temptation. The government has recently announced that they will be relaxing the laws with regards to alcohol consumption, which a lot of people are very, very happy for. Although some of the articles which I have read regarding this whole thing has seemed to suggest that the government is not exactly happy about that situation, especially the police minister. He seems a little bit on edge regarding the whole alcohol situation, which obviously, when people are left to their own devices, they tend to abuse, and well, we know what follows: arrest, drunken driving, burglary, crime, basically. Not in all cases, and not all individuals, obviously, but still, that's the main concern, that because we're in such a difficult transition period, that relaxing a lot of the laws which kept us safe up until this point might be difficult to handle. Schools are said to open, which is a good thing, although people are afraid that this might cause a resurgence of coronavirus infections, not necessarily amongst children, but more specifically amongst their parents and their grandparents, because apparently children are less susceptible to being affected by the coronavirus, and the fear is that what might happen is these children, which are supposedly less susceptible to the virus, would then carry the virus off to their parents or grandparents or family members or other members of the public, which are more susceptible to having aggravated symptoms and might even end up dying as a result of it. Personally, I don't know what the science says on it, but that's the fear that the government is basically worried about at this current time. So yeah, schools are set to open, and we will see if it will happen, because as we know, a lot of schools need to follow regulations as regards to coronavirus, social distancing, masks, and they need to follow strict regulations with regards to the coronavirus situation. And a lot of schools are not prepared, and they're not prepared because basically they don't have funding, there's not enough support. Some schools, specifically the rural schools, they're also suffering because they are nowhere near ready. Before even the coronavirus situation occurred, they were already having lack, and now with this they are demanded to step up and get back to a level which can accommodate the situation right now, which is impossible to do in such a short time and with little help from the community and from the government itself. We will see what happens with level 3. We will see if level 3 will result in a resurgence of the coronavirus, or if it will basically help open up the economy and bring things back to normal, which I said is impossible at the beginning of this video. We will see what will happen. We can't make predictions and we can't make guesses as to what will happen, because we simply don't know. It's a transition period right now. We're moving into a new era, and that new era is something that is both exciting and scary, quite frankly. So yeah, we will see what will happen, and hopefully, I pray that we get through this. It's going to be difficult. It has been difficult. I'm sure, as we know, that here in South Africa we are moving into our winter season, and winter season in South Africa is already difficult and already plagued with problems, and now add on top of that an epidemic and we have to pray hard, and we have to keep the faith, and we need to just maintain. We need to climb and maintain, because it's going to be difficult enough as it is without all of the drama of people going mad, people making bad decisions because of alcoholism, or people busy going into the streets looting because they feel that it is unfair that they're not allowed to live their lives the way they want to. It's chaos. We need to make a decision about how we respond to this whole mess. We need to make a decision about how we're going to act, how we're going to treat people, how we're going to respond when the difficulties come. Please check out my video here above. It will basically explain to you the things that you need to think about, 5 things that you need to think about when it comes to how you respond to tough times, to difficult situations. If you make a right decision in a difficult situation, you have a greater chance of winning at that situation, of coming out better than you did when you went into it. Because too many people respond with their emotions, respond with their wants instead of what they really need, respond in a way that is not only detrimental to their health but the health of others. Make a decision right now, and if you don't know what decision to make or how to make that decision, go ahead and watch that video in the card there. It will help you to understand what must be done. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am Dino KR.